Welcome back to the Almost Above Average podcast with Chris McIntyre. On today's episode, I had the pleasure of sitting down with the innovative mind behind Merch Claim, the genius creator of getAWFL clothing apparel, and we dive deep into the exciting upcoming collaborations on exclusive clothing designs for our podcast listeners and get a sneak peek at the revolutionary new tech Merch Claim that's poised to revolutionize the online shopping experience as we know it. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and join us as we explore the future of fashion and technology. And hey, if you're enjoying the show, why not show us some love by leaving a 5-star review and sharing with a loved one? Let's spread the word and keep the conversation going. Enjoy.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, dude, lights are huge, man. Lights make a huge difference.
Yeah, I'll keep playing with it. I mean, that's the first time I was like, sweet, I have an opportunity to use them. So broke them out.
When you went and got your headshots taken, you recently got pictures taken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You did a little content piece on that kind of showed a little bit like behind the scenes, and I noticed that they had some really legit lights.
Oh, yeah.
And that is all the difference, man. You sent me the link to all your shots, and dude, they look so good. Those lights make all the difference.
Yeah, they do. She said they're like 4K. I was like, dang, $4,000 for those lights. I paid like $50 for mine.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try to go more on the budget route, but I'm going to try to find something closer to what they have. Because I don't know if you remember, they have these big old like things on, like it's almost like a dampener or a softener on the front of them. Looks like umbrellas on the front of them or something.
Case.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
There are some more budget friendly ones that they're still not cheap. I think even like at the entry level, they're like $100 maybe for one for these certain ones. And the main issue that people had in the reviews is just like durability. For example, like, did you go to their studio or did they come to you with those or what?
The headshots?
Yeah.
She's actually a homeowner, and she got a studio right down the hall. So she got her studio first, and then she told me about the studios over there, and I got my podcast studio 2 doors down in there. So nice. I know her. And okay. She's like, let me take your headshots. I'm like, absolutely. Let's go.
Let's see. The main complaint I'm seeing with some of these more budget friendly ones is that they don't travel well. If you're trying to take them with you and set them up on site at places, yeah, they like break. The little fasteners aren't super durable, but there's not a lot of complaints on the actual lighting part.
Yeah, they're bulky as shit, but yeah, I mean, just like these, they fall over, they're toast. You know what I mean? You need to buy another one.
There's got to be some sort of dampeners even for those that you can get. I don't know, but it looks good, dude. You are lit up. Are you going to bring those over to your studio?
Yeah. We, me and my son today went and furnished it. Kinda. I got 2 little chairs, so 2 people can sit, and a couple end tables and a desk. Dude, I didn't realize how small it was. Like, it's very small, but 2 people can sit in there and have a conversation. I'm going to try to make it nice. You know what I was thinking of doing is commissioning a graffiti artist in Raleigh to paint the back.
Yeah,
to
give you a little backdrop.
To do something cool. Yeah.
That'd be cool. One of the upsides.
Huh?
I was going to say, my bad. One of the upsides to having a smaller room like that is you're more in control of the acoustics. You don't have like any problems with the sound. There's not a lot of echo or anything like that. So it should sound great.
And I think you have a better conversation. Like you can put a unidirectional mic in there and just like forget it's there and just have a good conversation with someone. You know what I'm saying? Dude,
just writing each other's personal really bubbles. Mm-hmm. Just writing each other's faces, both. And that's the other cool thing is you guys are only going to be like 6 inches from each other's face.
We know we're recording it.
So, I mean, when you guys are that close and that small of a room, 6 inches from each other's face, one camera will get you both at the same time, It'll just be intense.
Yeah. I do want to know how they do that. Like you watch podcasts or you see clips on YouTube where, 2 people are talking, but you see it from the front, then you see it from the side, then you see it, you see it at like 10 different angles. You're like, all right, man, obviously they have a bunch of cameras in there. Like I understand it, but fuck,
some of that's multiple cameras. There's tricks you can do with one camera to make it kind of feel like that though, too.
Probably. And I bet you could put 3 up, create a template that just rotates at a certain time frame and make it look random. You can I bet you could do something like that.
Yeah, and I know that there's ways that it switches which camera is being used based on which mic is being used. So every time your microphone engages, that camera that's on your face engages.
Yep. There it is.
And I mean, dude, there's ways to do it. You can do like a wide shot with one camera, and then you can. There's some tricks you can use in like the editing software. I know you can do it with. I think we talked about this a little bit. You can do it with
Mhm.
Adobe Premiere Pro, where it kind of cuts it into two shots, and it zooms in on it a little bit to where it makes it feel like it was two cameras, but it was really just one the whole time. That just had you both
Oh
in the
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
And that's it.
CapCut
That's
has a
another cool
couple
thing that you
filters
can do
like
with the
that.
small. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm sure you're gonna get. Now that you got a little studio and you're really starting to dive into this and getting it like all, aesthetically like legit, you're gonna start figuring out some fun little hacks like that, some cool editing. There's got to be
Yeah.
AI that does some cool stuff just for you too.
Yeah. I got to figure out a way to incorporate that more. Like I use it enough. I use it a ton now, but I want to see what else I could do with it, you know?
I found that I've gotten comfortable with the few little things I can do, and I just keep doing that. Like I'm almost in
Me
like
too.
this, like I need to dive back in and start learning new stuff again. It's like I'm still
Yeah.
really basic with like, a couple cool
Write me a
transitions.
caption like this. Make it catchy, make it trendy, make it go viral, blah blah blah. Use this hashtag, you know?
You're still really active with a lot of your social media stuff. You're doing posts a lot. You're staying consistent. Are you scheduling any of that, or are you just doing it all real time?
Um so like recently I kind of switched my philosophies because it takes a long time to do. So I know when I say this, people are going to be like, yeah, you should have been doing it like that the whole time. And I'm like, I know. But I figured out a little posting hack for me. It's just a lot of copying, pasting, and I open up all the tabs at the same time now. I used to do it from my phone every time, like open up one, post it, and then do the caption. Like use AI to create the caption, copy paste that in there, post it, move to another platform, do that long process again. So now I have a Word doc open and I create one caption with all the hashtags I want, all the links in it that I want, and then I open up all the social media pages that I have on different tabs and I go through them one at a time. Open, upload, paste the fucking caption in, post, next, do that all the way down. And then sometimes when I'm done, the first one's done loading, you can do another round of that if you have a couple. But a couple of them take forever. So yeah, sometimes I will schedule it if I had like three or four. It's just been a while. I haven't posted a lot in the last week. But that's not really a trick. It's just it seems like common sense when you say it out loud, right?
No,
Whatever,
it is.
man.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people that just still just do it as manually and slowly as possible, right on the phones. Do you have any problem uploading to any of the platforms from a computer? I've noticed that Instagram doesn't like that.
Instagram sucks. What's the other one? LinkedIn. No, LinkedIn's all right. TikTok takes forever now for some reason, and you have to go back in and like then post it after it loads. It's a pain in the ass.
What are you using when you schedule it? Is there like a like
There's a
software
feature. There's a feature on all the social media platforms if you wanted to
to
schedule it.
schedule? Okay.
Well,
I know
I
there's a
guess you
couple
probably
like
have to be.
third party things
Yeah.
that let you
Oh,
up.
yeah. I know there are. There's a shit ton of those actually. Yeah. Because Spotify's the same way. You upload it to Spot. You upload your podcast to Spotify, and it puts it everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
there's a little
Yeah,
bit of
there's
work
a
you got
few
to
like
do on
that.
the front end.
Set them all up, get set up on all of them. But yeah, scheduling because there's kind of a science to it. Last time I looked into it, the different platforms have like optimal times and days to post stuff,
Mhm.
like where you're going to get the most traction.
Right.
So you kind of follow that formula for each platform, and then it's almost and in terms of scheduling, it's almost like I know some people do this where they just grind really hard for like 2 days and create as much content as possible. You know,
Mhm.
half dozen posts, maybe a dozen posts, and then at the end of that 2 days, they just upload it all to the scheduler, and
Oh
you're
man,
good.
that
You're
sounds like
good for like
heaven,
a
dude.
week or whatever. You know what I mean? And then
Oh
obviously there's still
yeah.
some stuff you're doing in real time. You're still going to do a story or two during the week and stuff, but I want to learn more about that.
Mhm.
I want to get that down to a science. I want to figure out some of the best options when it comes to services that do that for you. There's got to be a whole game to that. Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to start diving in here
Hey,
pretty soon,
let's
man.
sponsor us, guys. If you hear this, you know about a company. let's give it a shot. Throw us your product. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Start from the bottom. You can watch how it just helps somebody that's never done anything like that. Just kind of
Yeah,
in real time follow it and see where it goes, man.
yeah, that would be sweet, dude. Everybody really dug the website, man, that I showed them. Like I
Okay,
showed
good.
my kids, and my ex. Amanda said hi. She wanted me to tell you hi.
Okay,
Do you
hello,
remember
Amanda.
Amanda Rogers?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. As soon as you said Amanda, I think I know. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, my
So how's
kids know
that
her.
going? Did she get back yet or
Yeah,
good,
she
good.
got back last night. Or what is
Nice.
today? Thursday is today? Yeah, last night.
Okay. Good.
So, yeah, it's good. It was good.
All is well. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Dude,
excited.
I was thinking of this yin and yang concept today with I know we kind of talked about it, but like a crow and the dove, like opposing sides,
Yeah, I like that.
Or is it a raven?
What is the difference? Is a raven and a crow the same thing? It just depends on how poetic we're being, how much we want to sound like we're Edgar Allan Poe,
Right, exactly that.
or raven sounds cooler. I know that,
Yeah, I like the word.
especially for this dichotomy that you're talking about, where you kind of got the polar sides to the whole concept.
The dove and the raven. Yeah.
Uh, that's fire. Yeah,
I
I
think
like that where you were
that's
kind
a
of
good
tying it
concept.
into the vilified and the verified side of things. Oh, by the way, we are looking at, I think, sometime between the 27th and the 29th, you should be seeing that.
Okay.
I put the order in the queue and then I switched it to pending because I wanted to really make sure that we were dialed in on the size and that we really looked at those size charts and completely confident that it's going to fit you as good as possible because when we're doing this stuff, we want to make sure that we're getting the best fit possible,
Right.
uh, or getting as close as we can just by looking at the size charts. And so once we kind of confirm the sizes we want to do with you after looking at all that, it it took me a couple of days to take it off pending. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get that off pending. So it's taking a little longer than normal. Normally, you'd probably already have it by now, but we're looking at like around the 20, I
Yeah.
think the 27th to the 29th. You should be seeing that pretty soon.
Okay, sweet. That's not
Yeah,
long.
dude. Yeah, not too
I
long. I think,
appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot.
yeah, dude, this is awesome. I think with a lot of that cut and sew, the sublimation stuff, we're looking closer to like 2 weeks maybe turnaround on everything because it's kind of just made to order, which I think people will still be cool with that.
That's that pressed in sublimation. That's that pressed
Yeah,
in
yeah.
process you were talking about?
It's got all these different terms. It's all talking about the same thing. A lot of people use sublimation. Some people will say cut and sew. Some people will say all over print. I'd say the most common is all over print because that's kind of the easiest way to remember. That's actually what this is. This is the same style of shirt. See how it's got the little awful on the liner? That's kind of cool. But
Yeah,
this is an
I
example
like
of
that.
everything fading at the same rate where man, this thing's been to hell and back. I've wore this and washed this a trillion times, but that's like you can see how it like when it stretches with the stuff. It's like that's in the
Yeah, I
fabric,
gotcha.
and it gets lighter because
Yeah.
everything starts white and then they print colors onto the white. So you'll notice on yours, like when you put it on and your arms are gigantic and they're really stretching out those sleeves,
Yep.
you'll notice that it kind of that black kind of gets like a little faded because it's starting to expose some of that white behind it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Nice.
dude, his will be all clean. His will be
I
nice, dude.
dig
I'm
it.
excited. I can't wait to see how good that
Yeah.
turns out. Comfort, compete. You'll notice it's really soft and comfortable, but it's also
Yeah.
kind of nice and form fitting, dude. I think you're gonna like it. And I'm interested to
That's the
compare
ticket.
the shirt and the shorts
Mhm.
as two of the same thing because do you hear that right now? My cat's meowing outside the door.
Mm-mm.
Okay, as long as you don't hear it, I don't mind it. Because these are both using like the cut and sew sublimation. The shorts and the shirt are both made the same way. I'm interested to see how similar they are in like the actual feel and because I'm imagining that the shorts are a little different than the shirt because you're gonna notice the shirt's just so soft and comfortable where the shorts might be like a little more rigid. They might have a little more of that kind of that integrity, that little bit of like a little
Like
tougher type stuff.
chafing me in my inner thighs, kind of.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like the swim trunk type material. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
We'll
yeah, yeah.
see.
That's cool. I like that.
because we can actually do
It's
some
a light
literal
material
swim trunks
for hot
that are
weather.
intended as swim trunks, and those will be all over print as well. These are more like the athletic shorts. I've
Nice.
in the past I've always done the swim trunk type of material, but we're kind of we're trying something different here.
All right.
We're
All
getting
right.
you all geared
Let's
up, and
go
we're
for
kind
it.
of testing some things in the meantime as well. So this will be cool. I'm excited. I'm really
What you
happy
been
with your
working on
logo
lately?
too. I think we're gonna get some really cool merch with the logo, man. That logo is cool. So we're
That
one step at a time. Next step is I need the credentials to your GoDaddy so I can get in and point the name servers. That basically just will allow the domain that you have to be the domain for the actual website. Once
okay.
we do that, then we can start getting you some emails set up too.
Dude, that's sweet. Thank you so much for setting that up for me.
Yeah, dude, no problem. I love doing it, man. It's exciting. It's kind of every time I dive into stuff like this, it's like another little like tool in the arsenal because no two websites are ever the same. So kind of I'm always trying some different concept or some different layout, and it's cool, man. So once this is all up,
You can always point to it for the next people that inquire about it. It's like, no, check out this one. I built this one for
yeah,
this
yeah, it
guy.
builds a really cool portfolio. It builds an awesome portfolio.
Yeah.
So I got another one. I got a buddy who's starting this project. He's excited about it. It sounds really cool. It's a really cool concept, and it's kind of just based around like friends, like making friends, celebrating friendship. And
hmm
it's gonna kind of have some merch and some events that it surrounds, and just kind of like this great overall message that I think could stand to help so many different walks of life, so many people from people our age that are maybe like not the most social people and could benefit just from the mental health aspects of having more of a circle of friends, all the way down to you got some of these younger kids. I'm sure you know it more than anybody because you probably have kids that are right in that demographic, right in that age group where it's not uncommon for kids to just like have no social life. Like the most interactions they do are on video games. They don't really know how to
Yeah.
like the whole thing where like we look people in their eye when you shake their hand and you know how to talk to people. It's all just kind of like a lot of this awkward antisocial stuff that it's a lot of it's the internet, a lot of it's the digital world that we live in, a lot of it was the um, different things that like the COVID lockdowns introduced and how people are just a lot
Yeah.
more comfortable with
That did a lot of
separation.
mess up. COVID fucked up my kids. Not fucked them up, but yeah, it left them. It left a mark. You know what I'm saying? My kids are
I,
ruined.
my kids are all good till this COVID shit. Now they're fucked up. I don't know, man. I'm thinking I might just have a couple more kids trying to start over because this is
Yeah, as well.
COVID ruined everything, man.
Everything.
So yeah, this vision he has, and when you hear him talk about, it, he's so passionate about, it, he's so excited. Do you remember Chandler Allen from high
Yeah,
school?
dude. hmm
Chandler, yeah, he's killing it. He's got like this
I remember
insane like
hitting home runs off of Chandler. It was
off of
fun.
Chandler, nice. I
I'm
remember
sure
you
he
hitting
hit one off
bombs
of
when we
me too.
played. He's doing good, dude. He's a director for USDA. He's got like this federal government job that he kills it with, and he's
Dude.
just he's at the spot right now where he's just falling in love with this concept and he's getting all these crazy ideas. He's about a week into it, and him and I have been talking a lot, vibing about it, kind of just thinking of all the endless ways you could approach it. A lot of it is very similar to your movement and what you're doing with your media company, where a lot of it's just going to come down to messages, like sharing your message, creating tons of content on social media, and trying to blow up, create awareness. And I think if he sticks with it, he'll grow. He'll show some awesome growth, and I think it could really catch traction if it's done right. So, kind of going
Right.
down that same road with him, where we're looking at some logos, some website stuff, some merch stuff. So I'm
There
just
we
feeling
go.
like I'm so excited just to be able to have these different friends that are just grinding so hard and
So am I, man.
really
This is
diving into
super
this
cool.
stuff, and
Super
I can
cool.
help out. There's got to be a
Yeah,
way. We'll
dude.
connect you guys. We'll get you guys connected. Where, dude,
Yeah,
he's a good time to talk to. Dude, he gets into it, man. He's fun. He's
that's
been killing
dope.
it. He's been really heavy into jujitsu lately, dude. He's been doing well at like these world tournaments, like IBJJF and ADCC. He's been getting the podium and stuff, like for his belt and his weight class and his age. As we get older, it's kind of funny. It's like, well, let's see. He's pretty big. He's like two. Maybe I don't know what the weight classes are, but I bet he walks around like at least 220. big tall dude. We're in our 40s now, and he just became a purple belt, but he was a blue belt for a long time. So it's like, okay, blue belt, 40s, 220. It's like the list of people you got to beat to really like do some cool stuff on a world level, like get smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Yeah.
if he was like in his like late 20s, early 30s, right? And there'd be like hundreds of more people that he has to like beat and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he's cool, man. He's loving it. He's super excited about that. Just got his purple belt. So I
That's
think he's got
rad.
a really good community there to kind of grow with. And then he's never done any social media or anything. He's never had
What?
any of that stuff. Isn't that crazy? So I
Zero?
think zero. And I think this is a really good opportunity for him to, because a lot of this is telling your story, like here I am, check me out, follow me on my journey, grow with me. And who better than someone that's literally like, no lie, like this is like 2 days into my Instagram account. I've never had a Facebook,
Yo,
never had.
for real.
People are gonna tune into that like, oh, let's see what this is about. This is
Yeah.
interesting. That's like a
Let's
very
get him on the
rare person. You know what I
podcast.
mean? Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. Let's do it. I'll connect you guys. I'll get him on. Maybe we could do like a
Three-way. We could,
three-way
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, he'll love it. Dude, he's
Yeah.
cool. We'll get him
What's his
on.
name?
I told him, I'm like, hey, because he wants to talk about some stuff. I'm like, let me hit you after this pod. He's like, podcast? You're on a podcast? I'm like, dude, it's like our third one that I've done, third or fourth one or something, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, no way. So yeah, I'm sure he'll want to get on, dude.
Yeah,
It'd be
sweet.
cool for you guys to catch up.
That will be. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
dude.
really
So
cramped when I'm
got the
editing
stuff we're
these
working on with
podcasts
you.
inside my closet.
Yeah, dude. All three of us in there, bro. Freaking, it'll be
Yo,
standing
let's
room
go.
only, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, no. By the time you guys come up here to be in person, I'll have a bigger studio. All right.
Yeah, the option's a beautiful thing. Probably do it at your place or whatever too. Are you at
Yeah.
your place right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
was
because that looks
staying
like the
with
same
my
background.
family.
Are you going back there, or are you kind of just home for the night now?
No, I'm gonna go back there. All my shit's still there.
But I appreciate you driving all the way to another town to knock one of these out real quick. It's good. It's good to
Dude,
stay
no,
consistent
man.
with this.
This is what, fuck. I started a company to do this kind of shit,
Hmm.
Like this is part of it. It's sometimes it's hard to get no one's gonna be on my schedule. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
you're like
kind of
3 hours ahead of everybody. You're way over there on the freaking East
right.
Coast, dude.
So I gotta give some grace, like, all right, when can you guys do it?
Um, you've been getting some different guests. I noticed you've been kind of making the rounds with some new people and stuff. How's that been going?
Very well. I talked to this Dr. Joe Shepard. He is a doctor of social equity, I believe is his title.
Okay.
But we talked for like 20 minutes today. So we're gonna get more connected on Tuesday. We're gonna talk at my studio on the podcast. He had a really good idea, but I don't want to say what it is yet until we talk about it more.
Yeah, talk about it more, and then if he's comfortable with it, man, that'll be a good one for your partners page on the website. Where
Yeah. And then tomorrow I have this young lady that I heard speak at a Rotary Club last week. Her name is Summer, and she runs the Wake Smiles program, which is a nonprofit that helps that treats the homeless or people, low income people, treats them their teeth and their mouth, their oral. What do you call it? Dental health.
yeah,
It treats
absolutely.
them for
Oh, no
free.
way. That's
So
cool.
the reason I even asked her to be on, so I was at the Rotary Club meeting, and she was talking about this program, and the way she talked about it was like very inspirational. She was so passionate, and if you talked about anything passionately in front of me, like I'm gonna love that shit. And so she was just like
Absolutely.
so about it. And I'm like, oh man, that sounds like a great program. So
That
I
goes
talked
for
to her. She
anybody,
turned out to
man.
be really, really cool, and we exchanged numbers, and yeah, that'll be
That makes
fun.
for really good content when people are fired up, they're passionate about it.
Yeah, for real.
That'll be huge.
So I tried to schedule her at like 12 right after I leave the gym when I'm all fired up.
Is she a nonprofit?
Yeah. Yeah, they
So
run a
yeah,
grant.
so that'd be huge. That'd be something to wear on your partner's page. Maybe not so much like, hey, if you're homeless and need work on your teeth, we could do that too. But it's more like a, hey, look at this incredible, service that she's providing to the community. And if you want to donate,
Yeah.
because A lot of those
Awareness, yeah.
nonprofits, they need
Ooh,
donations.
yeah. And here's how to connect with them if you need their services, right? Yeah, that's a
Right.
great idea.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
great idea.
Because that's the lifeblood for a lot of stuff like that. Is you need, a lot of stuff gets, federal funding or government funding for that kind of thing if you jump through all the hoops.
Hmm.
But if you could get people that want to support it in the community, and people that want to donate, because there's a lot of people that have a budget for that. A lot of people need to give away so much money to,
Get a
help with
tax break.
taxes. You get
Yeah.
those ballers out there. They're like, who
Yeah.
can I give this to?
I
So,
have to be $85,000 lighter.
yeah, exactly. So it's not, because I remember back in the day, I'm like, I mean, more power to you, but like, who just wants to hand over money for anything? And then you start learning more about that whole side of it where businesses have different expense budgets for advertising or charity. That's the same with individuals, and it's across the board. So people literally have budgets, and you're making their life easier, taking the work out of it. To where it's like, okay, yes, I believe in that. That sounds cool. Here's a check. Boom, easy
Yeah.
peasy. So yeah, you just got to get it in front of people. So your partners page on your website will be huge for raising money. I'm sure you're going to be, throughout the course of this in the future, you're going to be talking to a lot of nonprofits
Yeah,
and people that
absolutely. And every time I go to a Rotary Club meeting, man, there's somebody else interesting.
the fishing hole.
It's easy pickings. It's like that sounds good. Everybody in the room is trying to do something good for the community, so that's worth a talk. That's worth a chat.
Absolutely. How close is your studio to that Rotary Club?
Oh man, it's like 10 minutes. It's pretty close.
So not
Be
only are
like,
you making
hey, what are you
contacts,
doing
but if
right
you do a
after
real
the
good job,
meeting?
yeah, like what are you doing
Yeah,
right now? Let's knock this
I
out.
I promise I'll get a few like that.
Yeah, because they're fired up.
Yeah,
So
and I got another friend who's taking me to a different Rotary Club meeting in a different town on a different day. So I
nice.
start picking more out of there.
Like you're the Rotary man, dude.
Hey, dude, it's kind of a cool thing. They're all about trying to help people in the community. Like
Yeah,
I'm
not only you finding people that you can work with and do content with, but it's just motivating to be around people like that. It fires you
right,
up.
right. It's like, did you hear what Joe did? He built a school in Djibouti. Like, oh, he did, man. That's incredible. Like, did you guys? Yeah, we flew down there and helped. Like, oh man, that'd be cool. You
Dude,
know,
I need to step my game up, dude. I need to get like these guys.
that's what I'm saying.
When you surround yourself, the more you can surround yourself with like-minded people and people that are driven for, entrepreneurial causes, community-related causes. You got authors, artists. You're already starting to talk to a lot of people like that. It's just it bleeds over onto you. They say it. They say, show me your friends, show me the people you hang out with, and I'll show you where you're going to be in 5, 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, dude,
for sure.
stay doing those. Stay getting, and there might be, you got the Rotary Club. Sometimes they've got the Chamber of Commerce in these towns, and they've got a bunch of different stuff. Something you might find in that area. I've noticed there's a lot of places that do it around the country. Reno had a pretty good one. It's called 1 Million Cups. You heard of that? It's just kind of
No.
a coffee. The whole theme is like is it once a month or once a week, twice a month? It's like periodically everybody gets together in the morning for coffee. There's a bunch of coffee. Sometimes there'll be donuts and muffins. And entrepreneurs pitch their idea to the crowd and they get feedback from the crowd. It's like a little community Shark Tank. And then I think that's the main idea, but it'll kind of evolve sometimes to where people just want to talk about different organizations or other places that they're trying to get people to meet, or it'll be people that are kind of doing a follow up, like, hey, I came and spoke a while back. Here's where I'm at now with it. So it kind of does evolve past just like a Shark Tank format every time. But you do get a lot of people that are pitching business ideas too, and
Yeah.
that gets crazy. There was a dude that had a Kickstarter. He had a Kickstarter that was in the six digits on pledges, and it was a phone cover that charged your phone and also had this light set up on the back that went to the music. So when you go to like festivals and stuff, this was years ago. This was like probably 2016, 2017. I'm sure they have a bunch of stuff like that now, but the fact that his Kickstarter was doing so well, because you've heard of Kickstarter, right? You like the whole concept where you come up with an idea, you come up with a product, and you might have like your first little version of it, your prototype, and then
Yep.
you start a Kickstarter account, and then everybody comes to Kickstarter and they support you. So they're like, dude, if I like your phone cover, so
They
I'm gonna
invest in
buy
it.
one now. Yeah, so you
Oh,
you can invest, like you can buy one now, even though it's going to take you like a year to get it, but you're going to be one of the people that helped him start it. So Kickstarter helps you get this big pool of funds together to start manufacturing or start doing your business.
okay.
And yeah, it's a really cool concept. And the fact that there was just some guy in the Reno area that like he'd gotten like almost $200,000 and like people that are like, dude, I want one when it comes out. You know what I mean?
No
Uh,
shit.
yeah, Kickstarter's really cool. I think, if you ever have an idea, like, and I think people do it with all sorts of stuff. It's more like tech. It's more like tech type stuff. I think that really takes off.
I
Yeah,
fucking have
dude,
ideas all the time, all the fucking time. I'm
you're an
gonna call.
idea
I'm gonna
machine.
start writing these down.
Next time we talk, you're like, yeah, so I got like 7 Kickstarter campaigns
Yo,
going, dude.
13 patents in 48 countries. All right.
There's some nightmares with that. I remember
Oh,
there
that'd
was
be
a
great.
company that created coolers. They created like these smart coolers. Again, it was a really like a pioneering concept years ago. Now you're like, I'll get one of those on Temu for $20 right now. Like, what are you talking about? But it was a cooler that also had like a Bluetooth speaker and had all this other cool stuff on it. And they killed it on Kickstarter, absolutely murdered it, and they never honored their Kickstarter campaign. And they just started going straight to Amazon and selling. So
No.
all these people that gave them all this money to get their stuff started, they never got their cooler. And now they're
What?
just selling on Amazon. Yeah, I guess it was like a nightmare thing where they were getting like
That's
death
fucked up.
threats. I want my
That's messed
cooler.
up.
I
Yeah, give
know.
me my cooler.
I'm gonna find my own cooler. We're gonna be putting your body parts in that thing, dude. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Trying to take my $50.
Shit.
No, yeah.
I believed
So
in you first. I believed in you before Amazon.
God, I can only imagine the lawsuits and stuff with that, dude. No, thank you.
Yeah. Have you been working on Merch Clint? What you got going on there?
Merch claim, yeah, working on it, just building out the catalog, figuring out the most effective way to build the catalog. I'm at like, I'd say halfway through because I want to start with, I think it's 44 or 45 original products that people can choose from when they're setting their store up and they're filling out that little form.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to put it together in a way to where as you're filling out the form, it's called a light box. So you click at any point, you can click the catalog and it pops up as like almost a little pop up to where you see the product and you see the product number accordingly. And then you
Hmm.
enter that product number into the form for like whether you're doing a store with 5 products, 10 products, 15 products. So product number 6, what do you want? And then you just click that little light box, it pulls up and you're going through, you're like, okay, I already did the shirt. I'm already going to have the little coffee mug in here. I'm already going to have the hoodie. Ooh, I want this towel. I want this towel in there too. So what is that? That's,
Cool.
number whatever, blah, 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 blah. So enter that. And then once you enter that into the form, below that, you've got to specify what artwork, because at the beginning of the form, you uploaded all the artwork that you want on your stuff. So you specify what artwork you want on that towel, whether it was your first or third upload, and where on the towel you want it. You want it upper left, upper right, middle, blah, 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 on all the options. So it's kind of just creating this user experience where they can kind of just complete this form real quick and they can access that calendar of all the potential products they can have in their store real easy and keep re-accessing. It's almost like a floating button. As you're scrolling through the form and answering the stuff, boom, 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 that little button to pop up the calendar at any point is just right there. But for me to have that pop up, I got to build out that entire calendar first. So kind of slowly but surely. And then, every time I'm working with you, every time I'm helping you with the website, every time I'm working with Chandler or anybody else, that all feeds into it because, at the footer of your website, when it says, McMedia Network and Entertainment, all rights reserved 2024, that little tiny copyright verbiage at the bottom, very bottom of the pages.
Hmm.
Over on the right, it'll say powered by Merch Claim. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So
Yeah.
all this stuff that I'm doing with everybody is like ultimately just going to lend itself to the overall portfolio and credibility of Merch Claim.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't consider it like I'm dropping everything to kind of help my buddy with his vision and getting his merch going and everything like that because it's a distraction. I consider it like a dude, it's like a win-win. Like I'm helping him, and then ultimately this will be something that's really cool for the overall
Yeah.
portfolio and kind of testimonial side of the legitimacy of Merch Claim as we go. And then obviously like getAWFL.com is going to be powered by Merch Claim, and I got a few other ones.
Right.
My little brother's or not my little brother, my little nephew's. He's got a because he's playing ball for UNR baseball. Did I tell you about him?
Yeah, you have. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's freshman. He's started a few games. He's already, dude. He's big in that box, and he puts a hurting on that. He makes that field seem small, dude. He'll like he hit like a double to left field, and that ball was out there in such a hurry. I'm like, dude, he's gonna be such a problem. Big old
Nice.
6'7" boy, but
Holy
still a
shit.
freshman. Yeah, dude, 6'7", like 2+ already, and he has a big swing, dude. He freaking he's got a hack on him, and so I can just tell he's gonna blow up. He already has like the Royals looking at him. He won the Northern Nevada batting title like when he was a junior, and
Dang.
I know he's gonna blow up. I know that like as soon as they just start him every game because it's weird. Like the whole dynamic in college is you got all these seniors, right? And the seniors are studs. They can, dude. Some of these kids can play, dude. They're hitting bombs and stuff to where it's like, what effect does that have on the overall team? Even if this freshman could start right now, what does that do to team morale if we have people that can
Yeah.
start also?
It's
So I
important to
think
think
as you get
about.
older, so I think like over these next couple of years, he's going to blow up and be like a little local star if he even stays on UNR's baseball team. Like he might be entering transfer portals. He might be getting recruited to drafts and stuff like that. So it's this website's kind of just based around him. It's not based around UNR baseball. It's not. It's just based around him and can follow him as he grows. So there's a page where it's like any inquiries, like any like NIL inquiries. If you want to sponsor him, if you want to work with him, fill out this form. So it's a good starting place for any partnerships and sponsorships. And
Mm.
then just running his merch, dude, running his merch. And it's sick too because I just think a lot of people are going to want to support him and stuff. So it's kind of just working with this whole NIL thing, and obviously it's a good looking site. It's really cool, and it's gonna be powered by Merch Claim, baby. So all these things, all these little projects that take time and stuff, it's kind of just building up this arsenal of templates, examples, that kind of stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
excited, dude. Just being patient
And it keeps us busy, you know? Like none of this is a really overnight type of thing. It's like we're
keeps you busy.
constantly adapting and trying new things every single day, you know?
Gives you something, it gives you a greater vision. It gives you something to really focus on. Like at no point with my job, which I love my job. My job's cool, man. I get to do what I love there. I get to build websites and do that
Mhm.
pod or radio show, whatever you want to call it. I get to,
Yeah.
edit that newsletter. Dude, I have fun and I get to use all sorts of creativity with my job.
Yeah, that's
But at
great.
no point is there anything that like I find annoying or anything that like gives me like any sense of like an existential crisis, like I'm stuck here or anything like that, because I know in the back of my head that when I get home, I'm going to be grinding on and building on these dreams and building on these visions and building with friends and doing stuff like
Right.
that. To where it kind of gives you something to look forward to and to stay focused on and like a kind of a bigger vision, a bigger reason type thing. So
Yeah.
I've always loved
Well
that, dude.
said.
I've always loved really going hard with this stuff, man.
Yeah. It's the only way to be. I haven't been able to for the last week, so I was kind of excited to fucking get something going on, you know? Like just
Absolutely.
get back to normal. But things are going to be different now. I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Life
okay.
happens, bro. Life
Yeah.
happens, dude. Freaking.
I just still got to make time for it. Like I know I'll probably edit this part out, but I'm sure Amanda didn't want me to leave to come do this, or she's not gonna want me to do it in the future. But I've had a studio now, you know, like I got to use that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a good opportunity to see if she's even willing to like deal with this, you know.
No, I hear you. I hear you. And that's the thing, you like navigating the work life balance and how people get really good at that, man. It's like I think I don't really have to deal with a lot of that. I'm kind of just
Yeah, you only get
out
good
here
at it
making
when you don't
Oklahoma
have to do it.
solo,
When you're
kind of just yeah on my own schedule, like just kind of doing whatever.
yeah.
And when I see people that they have big families and they do a great job with that, and everybody's on the same page and supporting each other, that is a talent
Yeah.
and something that really takes a lot of effort in and of itself. So that's cool. It sounds like
Ooh, sorry.
you guys are kind of finding your way back to the household vibe, back to the kind of
Yeah.
being together as a family type thing.
Yeah, that and our parents are getting older. Ideally, we were looking at this like 7 bedroom house. You know, she went out there for a death in the family. I have my mom and my brother left in Nevada.
Yeah,
Like maybe come out here. Try to get everybody out here under one roof.
absolutely.
Just finish this bitch out together.
Dude, that'd be cool, man. Just all the
That'd
way
be
out
good.
there, and because you're kind of in the country, right? Is it kind of rural where you're at, or there's places that are kind of
Oh,
out
there's
in the
country
open?
everywhere. Like, but where I live in the city, but
Mm.
the country is 2 minutes that way. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I can only imagine. There's a lot of
it's
stuff out
beautiful,
there.
dude. You'd love it out here. You should come out here sometime,
Yeah, I want to.
dude. We'd
I
have fun.
definitely want
There's
to.
a lot to do.
I'd rather, yeah, I definitely see something like that where in terms of visiting, I'd rather come out and see you. I mean, more than welcome to come out here, but there's like not a lot to do out here.
This is
It's pretty
Oklahoma.
rural.
Fuck yeah.
It's like by the time we're doing something, we've already gone a couple hours away. We've gone to Tulsa, we've gone to OKC, or like
Yeah,
even just down in the Dallas area is really fun. So coming out there
yeah,
to
dude.
see you, if you're in the city and there's a bunch of cool stuff, a bunch of cool like
Yeah, you
things
come
to see and
here.
places to
We're
go.
2 hours from Charlotte. We're 2 hours from Wilmington, the beach. I think it's 2 hours to OBX, the Outer Banks. Like it's
Outer
not
Banks
very
sounds
far.
cool. Let's do it. Let's figure something out. What I'm
Yeah.
doing right now is I'm planning to. My birthday's in September, late September. I want to get back to northern Nevada around that time to just see people, catch up with people, kind of celebrate the birthday a little bit. And then I've still got a storage shit out there that I need to either figure out like what I'm going to do with that stuff, whether I'm going to donate a bunch of it or whether I'll fly out there and just drive back, like grab a U-Haul or just rent a pickup or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm spending like I've already paid for all the stuff in that shed a couple times over, just just paying for that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do that, and my plan is to like spend these next because it's going to be about 5 months. Spend these next 5 months just really like taking care of myself, hitting the gym hard, try to get in shape, and kind of just like come to this little like pinnacle, like right on my birthday where everything's going good. I've made some nice leaps with business. I've taken care of myself, kind of getting myself into shape a little bit. Nice little goal like that. You ever messed
I
around with
fucking
that?
support it. I support that.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing it, dude. You're hitting the gym hard, man. You're in there a lot. You're getting in
Oh,
shape
bro,
pretty good.
let me tell you this, man. I had a doctor's appointment today. Got my blood checked like 2 weeks ago for this doctor's appointment just to check, make sure everything was cool. Because I used to have high blood pressure. I used to have a million medical problems, you know, and I haven't taken any medication probably 2 year or year and a half now. Like just everything gone. And I just wanted to see how my body was reacting to all that. And he was like, my blood pressure was fine. Every single thing in my body was fine, was good.
Just quit drinking, started hitting the gym. Look at you. How long have you been on that regimen? How long have you kind of been in? Because you're repping 225 bench and stuff. That's always a good landmark. Like
Yeah.
every time I've ever got to where I'm getting 2 plates, like I've been in there for a minute and I'm sticking with it and going hard. And that's always like okay, dude, I've been doing good if I'm getting 2 plates.
Yeah, that was a pinnacle for me too. I was like, holy shit.
So how
But
long did that take you?
it was the beginning of 2020.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, you've been going like over a year, almost a year and a half.
January
Granted,
2nd,
you're a big,
2023.
strong dude. So who knows? You might just be freaking, you might just be repping 2 plates off the couch, dude, with your
No,
jeans. But
I wasn't, dude. I remember when I started lifting like a few years ago, like just having a 25 on each side, like getting it up 10 times, I was really proud of myself. Like, yeah,
yeah.
sweet.
Okay, so you've come a long way, dude. That's super motivational. Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna start hitting it really hard. I think
Fuck it,
that'll really
man.
help the brand too, the awful brand. Like if I can just start getting in good shape to where I can start,
Yeah.
getting some content, wearing the stuff, looking, feeling good, and kind of embedding myself a little more into the gym culture because I think I could find like,
Hmm.
find some younger dude that's just jacked to be like, hey, like let me shoot you a hoodie
100%.
and then follow you around with a camera in the gym a little bit or something. You know what I
No,
mean?
dude, I think it's shit like that all the time. Like I'm gonna create a piece on gym tattoos. Like I already have the whole piece planned out in my head, but it'll also give me an opportunity to talk to all these people that I see every fucking day that I just haven't talked to. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm gonna make a
Kind of like the
big,
guy that goes around and asks people like natty or not. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Well, I don't know
you're just talking.
about that.
You're just talking about their tattoos. Be like, tell me
Yeah,
what.
let me see that tat, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Chris," and they like show me or something while they're working out. I want to catch them while they're working out. Like
Yeah, that'd
it's
be
gonna be
dope.
planned
Right. Be
because
sick.
that'll make them feel good about themselves, hopefully, right? And then
Yeah,
hopefully
they
it's
get
not
up in some
creepy.
content.
Yeah,
No, and that's another thing is I've always worried about that. Like, isn't that? I mean, by the time you're watching the final product, it feels like it wasn't awkward. It feels all natural.
right.
Like that's just kind of how it is. But then you think about it, you're like, no, dude, that guy had like a whole camera and had to talk to these people and stuff. But something that's kind of to your benefit and getting in there and trying to get content in that world is that people with cameras in the gym is becoming a lot more common.
Oh,
It's
dude, no, like they're more likely to do it because like they're also a content creator.
right. Ah, that's sick. Yeah, 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 yeah.
They're everywhere.
I love it, dude. I
Everyone's
love it,
got their
man.
tripods in the fucking gym. Like I'm not there yet, but I'm not saying I'm not gonna be. You know?
Have you ever heard of that hard 75? I'm sure you have.
Yeah. My nephew did it. My one of the guys at work did it.
They followed it all the way through.
Yeah.
Damn, I tried it once and then I bought this house and when I moved, I just quit everything.
I just quit everything.
I was on like I was in the 40s. I was in day 40 something, feeling good on the routine, hitting it. And then I bought this house and I'm just out here by myself. So I'm like, I'm the one moving everything and getting
No one's
everything
holding
hooked
me
up and stuff.
accountable.
And I'm like, okay, like I can't stick to this. Like, I literally like can't do a few of these things today just because I got to be here for this, do this. And just 1 inch, I took a mile. I'm like, all right, if I'm breaking it for any reason whatsoever, dude, here we go. So I want to get
Yeah.
back on it. I want to try it again because on this little journey, I mean, 75 days, I could probably do 75 days twice in that amount of time. So I think I want to try it. Have you ever thought about doing it or what?
Is it difficult? What
Yeah,
is it?
it's hard. You got to
It's like
work out twice a day for at least,
45 minutes.
and one has to be inside, one has to be outside. And then you have to drink a gallon of water every day. You have to read at least 10 pages of a book, take notes on those 10 pages. That was always easy
Ooh.
because I'm always doing like an audio book when I drive, stuff like that. You have to take a progress picture every day and you have to stick to some sort of a diet. There's no specifications on the diet, but whatever you decide your diet is, you can't deviate from that. And obviously, like no drinking, that kind of stuff. I think I covered most of it. There might be something I'm missing.
I
I
think
was
I
in my
covered.
routine, killing it, dude, and then fucking
That's why I'm afraid of breaking my routine.
I did. I broke it in like I was like 10 days in and I broke it. I forgot to take the picture. I woke up
Oh,
the next day like, damn it. And then I'm thinking about it all day.
I'm never gonna go again.
I just got to start over. I just got to start over. I got to start over. I got to.
Yeah.
And I was only like 10 days in, so I'm like, this isn't the end of the world. Because I even have like these little post-it notes, and I had this like little panel that I put up on my because the post-it notes weren't sticking to anything in my actual little room thing, so I had to put up this little piece of like signboard or whatever. And I was doing like I'd write like one, two, three on the post-it notes and stick it to it to keep track. And it was kind of just motivating, like to put the new post-it note every time, and I fucking pulled
Right.
all 10 of them down and went back to one. And even after starting back at one again, I got into the 40s and then just fucking fell off, dude, like an idiot. But I think I could do it this next time. I think I really could. You get into a routine to where after a while you're kind of just doing it, kind of just doing it.
Yeah.
Where, and it's like, even if you went to the gym and then you just do some of your running or some of your jump rope or just some part of your routine outside, because An hour and a half at the gym isn't the end of the world. And then I would also just like go for little runs with my dog. And then during the run, I might like do some different sprints or just whatever. There's ways to do it, dude. It's not impossible.
No, I could do it. I finished, it was like a day, like bodybuilding program from on the Body Fit app. But I'm just I'm cycling through them. Now I'm doing like an 8-week one. Just, just to
How's
keep
that?
me
That
busy.
app's pretty cool. Just kind
I
of
think
keeps you.
so. Yeah, you can kind of pick whatever you want. Like, you want to do resistance, you want to do like overall fitness, you want to do bodybuilding this time. You can just jump around from whatever you want. And I don't really have to think about it. Like, I know it's going to be hard, so it doesn't matter. So I'll
Whatever it
get
is, yeah.
there. When I'm stretching out, I'm looking at to see what it is. Like, oh fuck, all right. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
But it's cool though. Like, look, like I'd rather have that. And like today was a rest day, so I went to the gym and I just stretched for longer, like slower, and then did abs and cardio. Just
Went and hit
a
the
light,
steam room,
easy
dude.
day.
Went and crushed that steam room afterwards.
Dude, like a motherfucker, I did. I love that shit. That's my favorite part, dude. That's where I like get my head right. I get my body, like it's a good meditative thing,
Oh, I love it. I
It's
love it. I'm
sweet.
gonna go fire up the steam room after this. Actually, go fire that up. Give Chandler a quick little call, and then hit that. And then, dude, if I really hit that steam room hard, dude, I am ready for bed, effective immediately. So that's perfect.
Effective immediately.
Right on,
Indeed.
brother. Well, let's
Well,
let's
shit,
wrap it up.
man.
Let's
Yeah,
hit
that was
this again.
perfect. Yeah.
Little hour. Nice little
Yeah, we
hour,
got another
dude.
hour. Is this the fourth one?
I don't know. I want to say it feels like the fourth one, but it might just be the third.
I think it's the number. I think it's four. I started numbering them, so
Okay.
we'll be all right. Maybe, yeah, I might just switch it to have its own thing.
Yeah. I want to start getting some lights and start really dialing this stuff in. I'm gonna get it soon, dude, where I got like cool little backgrounds and
Me too.
something that's
I'm gonna get some, dude. That's a good thing to have. That would have helped me out so much tonight. I'm fucking tired of shit.
dude, I would
All right, where'd you get
I
those?
don't know.
On Amazon?
Yes, and there's a bunch of options, and the ones that I've seen everybody do, it's like just a little bottle where you take the lid off and just kind of hover it.
Yeah.
I think those ones might be better because this one you get to control it with the little squeeze bottle,
Yeah.
and it's really easy to kind of pump the brakes on the squeeze a little bit. Where
To
when you
be a
just
little be a
yeah
little bitch to yourself.
yeah you have to literally like give it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? To hit
Ah.
it where I think when you just hover in that bottle, you have no choice but to just get
Yeah.
freaking get up with
That's
it.
what I want.
You have no choice. You
Yeah.
have
Well, that wraps up another enlightening episode of Almost Above Average with Chris McIntyre. I hope you enjoyed our discussion with the visionary behind Merch Claim and getAWFL clothing apparel. Stay tuned for more exciting content and collaborations coming your way. Remember, your feedback means the world to us. If you loved today's episode, don't forget to leave us a glowing 5-star review and share the podcast with someone special in your life. Let's continue to grow our community together. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep reaching for the stars. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch up with you on the next episode of Almost Above Average. Bye.